So Rick and Morty both wrote equations for the line through the points 2, -1, and 8, 2. So Rick wrote the equation in slope-intercept form, y equals 1/2 x minus 2, while Morty found the equation in standard form, -1x plus 2y equals -4. Summer, the third person, said they were both right. Is Summer correct? Justify your answer. Well, I did three things. First thing I did was I checked the slope. So I checked out the slope. So slope, check first. So they got the 2 points. So point 1 was 2, -1. So there's my x1, y1. And point 2 was the 8, 2. So that was my x2, y2. Okay, so I ran the slope formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I got 2 minus a -1 over 8 minus 2. Minus 2. So this gives me 2 plus 1 over 6, which turns into 3, 6, which reduces down to 1/2. So I know that's the slope of the line. And that corresponds to what Rick wrote. There's the slope that he's got. Okay. Then I needed to find out. I went in and I said, okay, let's see. Then I needed to take a look at a point. So that was my first thing I did. Then the second thing I did, so I'm going to draw a line down here. So the second thing I did, I took a point, 8, 2. So I took one of the points. One of the points. Eight, 2, and replaced x and y. X and y in the slope-intercept form. So I took the point 8, 2 and replaced the x and y in the slope-intercept form of the equation, EQUATION, of the equation. So the equation, remember this is my slope, so y equals 1/2 x plus b. So this is my y, so I put 2 in there. 1/2. And 8 is my x, so I put 8 in there. And I said, well, I wonder if Rick wrote the right number for the b. So I went, half of 8 is 4. So I've got 2 equals 4 plus b. And then I simply subtracted 4 from both sides of the equation. And I got 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So these cancel. So I got B is negative 2. So it turned out that Rick's equation was correct. Okay, so now let's turn our attention to Morty. So here's Morty's. So he's in standard form, kind of. Negative 1x plus 2y equals negative 4. So we know Rick's equation is a line going through those 2 points, and that's the proper slope. Can we make Morty's equation look like Rick's? In other words, can we change the standard into y equals mx plus b? And I think we can. We just got to move this x term to the right side of the equal sign. So let's do that. Let's add 1x to both sides of the equation. I'll put a line down here. So we're going to go plus 1x. Okay. So these cancel. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. So those drop off. And I've got 2y equals negative 4 plus 1x. Okay. And well, we know that we can reverse the order of these two terms. So now I've got 1x plus negative 4. And adding a negative is the same as subtracting a positive. So this becomes 2y equals 1x, I should say, 1x minus 4. Let's divide both sides of the equation by the number that's multiplying y, which is 2. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we got 1 times y. And 1 times y is just y. Okay, so that takes care of the left all the way down to y. 1x minus 4 divided by 2 is the same as 1x over 2 minus 4 over 2. And this turns into 1/2 x. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. Well, guess what? It looks like Morty's equation and Rick's equation are exactly the same. They were just written in different ways. So Rick's equation was correct. Morty's equation was the same as Rick's equation, just written in a different form. Here's Rick's equation, just written in a different form. So Morty's equation was also correct.